Good evening, folks, and welcome back to Chris Wyatt Reports. Hey, Pennsylvania, let's face it, we're screwed. What am I talking about? Well, our options in the Senate race in 2022 are slim and none. We have to choose between Mehmet Oz, someone who refuses to surrender his Turkish citizenship. Despite being born in the United States, he served in the Turkish military and wasn't even a Pennsylvania resident until recently. A celebrity television doctor, that's one option. And the other is Uncle Fester, John Fetterman, a man full of contradictions and ambition and little substance. But let's talk about John Fetterman on education for a moment. Recently, he called on state lawmakers to invest more money in Pennsylvania's public schools. Now, that's interesting because in 2018, he opposed school vouchers. Now, Fetterman also supported locking down our schools during the lockdown, which was unconstitutional, according to federal Judge Stickman. But he supported that during the pandemic in 2020 while he was on vacation on the Jersey Shore with a taxpayer-funded security detail, nonetheless. Now, since 2015, John Fetterman has sent at least one of his children to the Winchester Thurston Private School in Pennsylvania, where tuition can run as high as $34,250. Now, that's $15,558 more in a single year than the $18,692 he owed the Woodland Hills School District over a 13-year period. What? He wants more money for schools, but he owes the school district? In fact, that is the case, folks. According to the Washington Free Beacon, the Woodland Hills School District, which serves Braddock, where he was mayor of a town of 1,700, and he won the election by a single vote in the Democratic primary, and no Republican stood against him. That was his rise to political fame. Then his failed Senate campaign in 2016. Now here he is on the stage as the tag-along to the fascist-in-chief, Tom Wolf, as his lieutenant governor, overseeing all of the carnage that occurred in our nursing homes and all of the unconstitutional acts that occurred during recent events. The Woodland Hills School District, which serves Braddock, placed nearly 3 dozen tax liens against Fetterman, totaling $18,692 for unpaid property taxes from 2006 until 2019. Now, what does that mean? According to the Washington Free Beacon, Fetterman deprived funding for one of the poorest and academically challenged districts in the entire Keystone State. The district's 3 elementary schools are in the bottom 15% of academic achievement test, and 71% of Woodland Hills students in 2021-2022, that's this school year, were low income. Now, to be fair, he's lieutenant governor now, but that figure hasn't changed much. Now, the district sued Fetterman twice over the unpaid bills, resulting in default judgments against him totaling $3,769. It took Fetterman more than 6 years to satisfy that debt, yet he can afford to pay $34,250. Now, I don't know if that's the actual bill for his child, but that's the amount it goes up to. He can afford to pay tens of thousands of dollars for a private school at Winchester Thurston for one of his children, but can't pay for the poor students by paying the property taxes that you and I pay each and every year. The excessively large property taxes, mind you, here in Pennsylvania for school districts. That's the true John Fetterman. That's Fetterman on education. It's not for your kids. The mayor of a town of 1,700 people, that's barely enough for even a quorum. Won by a single vote, and then latched on to Tom Wolf to be his lieutenant governor. Uncle Fester on education. Well, Pennsylvania, it's a decision you have to make in November. You decide. Mehmet Oz or Uncle Fester. Not an easy choice until you look at Fetterman's record. Then it becomes quite simple.